Hello my dear friend. So the question given is Roman to integer. So we must be aware about the Roman numbers. Okay. So I is for 1, V is for 5, X is for 10, L is for 15 and so on. Okay. So actually what will be the given in the question? In the question a string will be given to us. And with the help of that string we need to find the output. Suppose if 3i is given, it means what is the value of 3i? It is 3. So LV111. So L stands for 50, 50 plus 5, 55 and 358. So like this we have to write. Suppose in the last it is MCMXC1V. Okay. So we know that if I is placed before the V, so what will happen? It will make it as 4. Right. Similarly, if X is placed before L, what it will do? It will make it as 40, right? So what I am saying is, suppose if something is written like this XL, what does it mean? It is 40. Similarly, what is XC? XC means 90. Okay, 1V, this is 4 and this is again 11, but this we all know. We are just talking about this, right? So again CD. So what is D stands for? 500, C stands for 100. So it will be 400. Similarly, CM, what it will be? It will be M is for 1000. From 1000 we are subtracting 100. So it will be 900. So it will be like this. So if numbers have written, we just have to write it in the integer format. Okay. So basically what we have to do, we need to convert Roman into integer. Okay. So how we are going to approach this question? Okay, so it is Roman to integer, right? A Roman will be given to us. Okay, let's say it is given as string is given as I, right? So here I am using the Python syntax first of all. Okay, so first of all I need to tell computer what this I means for. Okay, so what I will do in Python, I will make a dictionary, right? So I will write like this Roman dictionary. And what I will do here, I will mention that if I comes, it means value is 1, correct? If V comes, value is 5. If X come, value is 10. If L comes, value is 50. If C comes, value is 100. If D comes, value is 500. And if M comes, value is 1000. So these are the values that first of all I am going to define in the dictionary, right? Then what we will do, we will read the values and we will see. Suppose input is given like this I. So first I will come and check what is I. It means it is 1. So I will make a variable sum, and what I will do, I will write the value of I. So I will come to this dictionary and check what is the value of I. It is 1. Then I will move to the next, then again 1, then I will move to the next, again 1. So it will give us output as 3. Okay, let us take the second example. Suppose if it is given like this V11, right? So first of all, what we will do, we will come to the first letter and check what is this V. V is 5. Then what is I? I is 1. Then I is 1. So 5, 7. So output we are going to get 7. Let us take one more example. Let us take some big example, right? D, then C, then L, X, V, 1, 1. Okay, this is the example. So what we will do? First of all, we will come to the D. It will be 500. Then we will come to the C. It will be 100. Then L, then 10, then 5, then 1, then 1. Okay, and we will get some output. So it will be 600, 650, 660, 65, 66, 67. It will be like this. Correct? So these things we can handle easily. But what will happen if it is given like this 1 and V? Okay, so according to our concept, what it will do, it is I and V. Okay, so it will do 1 plus 5 as per our logic. So what we have written logic, we were traversing each element in the string, each character in the string, and we were adding the value. So according to our concept, it will give us value 6, but we know that this is the value 4. So we have to handle this situation. Right? Also we have to handle this situation 1 into X. So as per our logic, it will give us the value 1 plus 10, 11, but we know that actually it is 9, so we need to manage this one. Okay, so basically what we have to do, we have to manage some of the numbers manually. Okay, so what are the numbers? 1v, 1x, okay, and xl and xc and cd and cm. So this value is 4, this value is 9, this is 50 minus 10 40, this is 100 minus 10 90, this is 500 minus 100, it will be 400, and then this will be 900. So what I will do, I will make a consecutive pair dictionary. Okay, consecutive pair dictionary, where I will define these terms also, that if we got I and v, give the value as 4. Okay, if we got value as 1 and 9, I and 9, give the value as 9. If we got value as x and l, give the value 40. If we got value x and c, give them value as 90. If we get the value c and d, give the value as 400, and if we give value as c and m, give the value as 900. So these are the two dictionaries that we have defined, correct? So what was the first dictionary? First dictionary was containing these elements, Roman dictionary, okay, which have all the definitions. Okay, and the second dictionary was consecutive pair dictionaries, which have the exception cases. So what we will do is, we will traverse the entire string. Okay, so let's say sum is equal to 0 now. Okay, we are starting from the first position, so I is equal to 0. So what I am going to do, I am going to write while I is less than length of s. Okay, s is the string that we are going to get in the input. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to traverse all the string. Suppose the string is given like this, 1x, okay, like this it is given. So what we will do, so let us take two examples, I. Okay, so first of all what we will do, first of all we were going to take two elements, and we are going to check whether they are exceptions or not, or we can say whether they are consecutive pair or not. If they are consecutive pair, we will return the value and we will move to the next element. Okay, if they are not consecutive pair, suppose if we checked for this string, here two I are there. So if you are going to come in this dictionary and check whether two I are present or not, you are going to say they are not present. It means you can take them one by one. So we can handle things like this. So first of all what we will do, we will make a temporary string, and what this temporary string will be, it will start from the ith element to I plus 2. Okay, so what we are doing, we are taking two elements at a time. So first of all what will be the value of temp str? If we take this example, it will have two values I. Then what we are going to do, we are going to check whether this temporary string exists in the dictionary or not. So that we can do like this, if temporary string in consecutive pair dictionary, so consecutive pair, if that exists in the dictionary, what we will do, we will take out the value. So sum will be equals to consecutive pair. In the dictionary we want the value of that temporary string, and okay, that should be added, and it should be added to sum. So initially it was 0, so we are going to manage like this, right? So if it is not in the consecutive pair, okay, once it is done, what we are going to do, I will be I plus 2. Else what we are going to do, if it is not in this consecutive pair, if it is not in the consecutive pair, we will search in this, we will take one letter at a time and we will search the value in the Roman dictionary. So this time what we will do, we will take one letter at a time. So in temporary string, what it will be, it will be s of I. We have taken one letter at a time. Now what we need to do, we need to check that temporary string in Roman dictionary. Okay, the dictionary that we have declared earlier. If it is exist in that Roman dictionary, what we are going to do, we are going to add that value. Okay, so we are going to add Roman dictionary and the value of temp str. Perfect. And then we are going to increase I plus 1, because we have taken only one letter at a time. So if the case is I, so only one letter at a time, then I will increase by 1. Okay, so once this we are going to end, we are going to come at the last letter of the string. What we are going to do, we are going to return the sum, because we were storing the solution in the sum. So here when the while is end, so we are going to return sum. So this is the first approach. So what is the first approach? First of all, we need to check the two elements. If the two elements are there in our consecutive pair dictionary, give the value and increase by 2. If they are not in the dictionary, take one value at a time and check the value from the normal dictionary, okay, Roman dictionary, and give and add the solution. This was the first approach. So if you want to see the code for this, I have also written the code for this. So here is the code. Okay, so yeah, so as you can see, first I have declared the Roman dictionary, Roman dict, then I have consecutive pair, then I have sum and I, and then I have while, the code that I have explained you. And you can see this code is working fine in the LeetCode. Okay, this is the first approach. Now what we can do, we can go for the second approach. What will be the second approach? Second approach will be transitional approach. What will be this transitional approach? So what we will do, we will handle the exceptions. So generally, what are the exception? 1b, this value is 4. Okay, 1x, this value is 9. Okay, this is the exception. xl, this value is 40. xl, this value is 90. cd, this value we know this value is 400, and cm, this value is 900. So we have only how many exceptions? 6 exceptions are there. So if we convert these 6 exceptions into the normal one, then we can reach to our solution. So instead of writing 4 like this, if we write 4 like this, I, it will be easier. If you want to write 9, if we write 9 like this, so it will work in our general logic, because what we were doing, v value is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, if we can convert this xl, okay, 40, so we can write like this 4x, right? If you want 90, you can write like this, okay, l x. If you want 400, what you can do, you can write like this, c is for 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay, if you want to write this, you can write like this, this is 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 900. So what we want to do, what we will do now, if we see 1 and 4, what we will do, we will convert into this, and then we will calculate the value. We can convert into this and then calculate the value. We can convert into this and we can calculate the value by our general formula. We can convert this into this and we can generate. Similarly, we are going to convert all of them. This is not the correct way. This is just an approach to solve the problem. That instead of writing 4 like this, what we will do, we will write 4 in this way, because our code will solve this, because we have written logic for this, that go every time one at a time and calculate the value. So this time what we will do, we will replace these things. Okay, so what we will do in Python, what we will do like this, that s dot replace, and what we will do, we will replace 4 by I. Okay, this is the first thing that we are going to do. Then again write dot, okay, dot replace. What we were going to do, we were going to replace x, this 1 and 9, by v 1 1 1 1. Okay, similarly what we are going to do, we are going to replace the rest of the element. So I am going to write, you can write all this in one line also. Okay, so 1 and x, how we are going to replace this, v 1 1 1 1. So in code, wherever we see these, we are going to replace with this. Similarly, what we are going to do, we are going to replace xc by lxxxx. Similarly, last, because 4 we have handled, total we have 6. We are going to replace cd with cccc dot replace, and what we are going to do, cm with dccc. This we are going to do. This is the replacement that we are going to do. Now everything will be similar. Okay, once the replacement is done, then we can do. So what is the code? So let us start from the scratch. So this is the function name define, and it is Roman to int, which will take a string. Okay, so here our Roman dictionary was already there, so Roman dictionary will be same as it is. So what it will be, I will stand for 1, similarly V stands for 5. Okay, it will be same as last. Okay, so if you want, I can write fastly. Okay, V will be, C will be of 100, similarly D will be of 500, and M will be of 1000. So this was our normal dictionary. Okay, once this is done, then what we are going to do, initially we are going to calculate sum is equal to 0. Okay, sum is 0 done. Now we are going to write these three statements here. Okay, write these three statements as it is here. Okay, all the three statements. So I am going to write S for all the three. These all three statements you have to write here. So what will it will do, it will replace all the 1 and V wherever it see in the string, and it will convert into this. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use our basic approach. So what was our basic approach? Our basic approach was very simple, that we were using a for loop. So for character in string, what we were going to do, number is equal to, sum is equal to sum plus the value from the dictionary. And what was our dictionary name? Roman. So Roman, and what we were doing to do, we were going to pass that character. So it will take one by one letter at a time. So first of all, suppose if I will take, and it will, in Roman dictionary it will search for I, and we will get the value 1. So we will add that into sum, and once this for loop complete, what we are going to do, we are going to return as sum. So this is the code. Okay, if you want to see the solution for this code, yeah, this is the code. So they have created translation dictionary. We were writing the Roman dictionary, they have just changed the name. Then they have written all the three replace statement as, and they have done the replacement. Then what they have done, they have written the for loop for each character, because we have converted all the special cases into the character, and then we can write it them, and then we return the number. So this was the second approach. Now let us move to the third approach. What is the third approach? Third approach is a quite interesting approach. You will get a good idea regarding this. You will get some good feelings also. Okay, so how you are going to get the good feelings? See, generally what happens in Roman digit is, suppose if you want to write 14, so how you have written, 13, how you have written x111. So as you can see, all the numbers are in decreasing order. Suppose if you want to write 58, so what you have written, LV111. So you can see numbers are in decreasing order. So highest is L, then V. Okay, they are in decreasing order. If you want to see for the number, suppose 505, so it will be 500, we are going to write 500 by D and 5 by V. So this is D and V. So as you can see, D is bigger and V is smaller. This is the general trend in the Roman, that numbers are always in decreasing order. But if you want to see 4, it is like 1 and V. Here you can see 1 is, the numbers are in increasing order. Okay, 1V. Here also if you want to see the 9, so here also number are in increasing order, 1 and V. We know that I value is 1 and X values is this. Okay, so number are in increasing order. Similarly, if you going to see 49, it will be 1L. Here also number are in increasing order. Correct? So to deal this with, so general trend is decreasing. What is general trend? That number should be there in decreasing order, but here it is in increasing order. So what we will do, we will check whether the number are in increasing order or not. Okay, so how we will do this, let us see by the code. So again, let us write the function name Roman to int, which will take a string as an input, and we have a Roman dictionary. Okay, same I am going to write. I value is 1, V value is 5, X value is 10, and so on. You have got what is the Roman dictionary. If you want, I can show you again. The Roman dictionary is nothing but the same dictionary that we have written earlier. Okay, that will have all the element, right? In starting only we have written this is our Roman dictionary. The same dictionary we need to write it here. So that's why I am not writing it completely. Now what we will do, let's say this time answer is equal to 0. Okay, now what we are going to do for I in range of length of s minus 1. So what we are going to do, we are going to traverse the entire string. Okay, suppose like this, v111. Okay, so what we will do, first of all we will do the comparison that they are in decreasing order or not. Okay, so if if this is Roman and Roman of I is Roman of s of I. Okay, what is s of I? It will give you the value v. So Roman of v value is 5. If Roman of v is less than Roman of s of I plus 1. What is this s of I plus 1? This is I. So one value will be 1. So first condition is this, 5 is less than 1. So it means they are in decreasing order. So this condition will be not true. So if this condition is not true, what we are going to go? We are going into else. What we were doing in else? That add this v value. So what we were doing, answer will be equals to add the value of answer by taking from the Roman dictionary. So Roman, and what was that? S of I. So if they are in decreasing order, do this. Suppose if they are not in decreasing order, suppose this is the situation. So here first value is 1 is less than 5. This condition is true. So it will go inside this I if condition. So here what we are going to do, we were going to reduce the answer by this value. So answer will be equals to answer minus Roman of s of I. So what we have done here, so whenever we reach to this point, what I will do, I will reduce the value. So here it will be minus 1. Then whenever I reach to the next value, the value will be 5 plus 5. Okay, so ultimately we are going to get value as 4 only. But this is the way to write the code. Okay, so whenever it is small, do the minus, and whenever it is great, whenever it is in general trend, do the same thing that we were doing. Okay, so let us try to do this by taking one example that was given in the question. Okay, so what was the example given in the question? It was a good example, this one, MCMXC1V. Okay, I am going to take this example, right? String is MCMX. Okay, this was the question. Let me come to the question again. MCMX CIV. Okay, so first of all, according to our code, it will check what is the value. M value, we know what is the M value. M value is 1000. C value is 500. M value is 1000. X value is 10. C value is 100. This is 1. This is 5. So first of all, it will compare. Yes, they are in decreasing order. So answer will be add the value. So initially answer was 0. So we will get, okay, now we have done this. Now it will check these two. Are they in decreasing order? No, the value is increasing. So subtract this 500. So answer will be 1000 minus 500. So ultimately our answer is updated to 500. This checking is done. Now it will come to here. It is 1010. It is in decreasing order. Okay, just add this value. So answer will be 500 plus 1000. It will be 1500. Okay, so ultimately what we are getting 1500. Suppose if only these three elements were given, so what you will do, you will say that this value is 1000 and CM value is what is CM value? 1000 minus 100, sorry, 1000 minus 500, it will be 500. So ultimately we were getting the same result, 500, 1500 and 1500 here. Okay, Now again move to the next point. It will come x and c. Are they in decreasing order? No. So we are going to subtract this value. So answer will be 1500 minus 10. It will be 1490. Correct? Then it will come to c and I, and it will check whether they are in decreasing. Yes, they are in decreasing. So add the value. So answer will become 1490 plus 100. It will become 1590. Then it will come to next and check whether they are in decreasing. No, they are in not decreasing. So answer will be reduced by 1. 1590 minus 1. So it will be 1589. Then v again plus 5. So answer will be 1589 plus 1. Okay. So till now what we have done, we have, see here I have done length of s minus 1 because in for last letter there is no comparison. It means we are sure that we should add the last letter value. So while returning the solution, what we were doing, we have to do answer plus the value that we are going to get for the last. So Roman s of minus 1. So this will give the last value. So what is the last value? 5. So it will be 1594. So this is our result. Okay. So let us see, have we done it correctly or not? Okay. So this is m for 1000, then this is 500, then this is x10. Okay, then c value is not 100, c value is 500. This we have done mistake. So this value is 500. So it will become 19. This is also 19. This is also 19. This is also 19. This is also 19. So what was our solution? 1994. So let us check the code. Yeah, so this is the code. So first of all, we have declared the Roman dictionary, then answer. Then we have checked whether the element is less than the next element. If they are in decreasing order, then we need to add the single element. If they are in increasing order, what we need to do? We need to subtract that element. So I have subtracted Roman minus dictionary. At the end, we have added the last element. Okay, so this is the code. And if you want to check the output also, so MCMXCIV, the output is 1994. So here we get the things. Okay, so we have solved this question by 3 different methods. So if you like this, if you got anything helpful, you can please let me know in the comment section. I have tried to give you different ways in which you can think of a single problem. Okay, so these things will help you in the future. Thank you.